Hello everyone, and welcome to my new Ravine CHIMPS guide with Oban and MOAB Domination. This is going to be an interesting strategy. First, we have the hardest part of the run, which are the 3 Dart Monkey placements. This first one, which is definitely the hardest of the 3, goes as high as possible over here, while making sure that the range border goes through this little corner in the tree right here. This little corner should be inside the range border for pretty much all of the animation. And then set it to strong, and then we have our second Dart Monkey. This is probably the second hardest one. This guy goes like right over here, not up against any track or anything, just making sure that the range border goes through this corner on the bridge right here, and this corner on the other side of the bridge right here too. Set this Dart Monkey to last. And then get this third Dart Monkey just as top right as possible into this corner. Just shove him up there. The spot isn't super specific, just shove him in that corner and you should be good. If you've gotten these 3 dart spots right, and trust me, it will take a while, it took me a while to figure these out the first time, you should be able to beat round 6 with no issues. And then for round 7, get quick shots on your bottom right Dart Monkey, and then we're going to need to use the sword here. So you can either click the sword 23 times before the round starts, and then 1 time when there's only 1 green remaining, or you can kind of just spam it mid-round like I do. I prefer to spam it mid-round just because, I don't know, it's easier for me, and I don't really have to count as much. And then for round 8, get a 4th Dart Monkey right over here, just as right as possible while making sure that the range border goes through this line in the bridge right here. And we're going to set this guy to strong as well. Yet another Dart Monkey for round 9. This guy just as top left as possible in this corner. Just shove him up there. And set him to strong as well. And then in the middle of round 10, get yourself a 6th Dart Monkey, right over here, just as top left as possible in this corner, below your other one. This is the last Dart Monkey we're going to get, and we're going to start going for Oban now. For round 13, get Oban mid-round, right over here, as low as possible, while making sure that the inside of the range border touches this corner on the bridge right here. We have to place him mid-round so that we can have brambles for 15, and yeah, you have a lot of time to place him while still being mid-round, so it shouldn't be too hard. And then get this specific Dart Monkey to quick shots for round 14. And then for 15, get a sniper right up here, just as top right as possible. Set this guy to strong, and then just use brambles off cooldown, I guess. It doesn't really matter where brambles go right now. They're more of just like an RNG preventer than like an actual key part of our defense. Get very quick shots on the quick shots Dart Monkey on the left, and we're going to get this guy to triple shot when we can afford it. Use brambles on 18 as well, and you should be able to use them again on 19. Pretty much what you want to do, just spam brambles off cooldown, because might as well have as many as possible if we can have them. For 19, get a druid right over here. If you placed Oban correctly, you should be able to very easily place this guy in this corner here. Oh wow, all of my brambles are going on the bottom track. That's funny. But yeah, it doesn't really matter where the brambles are, it just matters that they do exist. For 21, get full metal jacket on your sniper, and use brambles again. For 22, get a wizard right over here, just as top left as possible inside of the trees right here. This guy is going to end up becoming an arcane mastery for the early game and an arcane spike for the mid game, so might as well just start getting him now. And no, you don't need any of your brambles to be on the right side here for 22. For 23, get Guided Magic on your wizard, and just, yeah, keep using brambles off cooldown. For 24, get Night Vision Goggles on your sniper. Usually you'd get more for 24, but by the time the next camos show up, we're already going to have a 302 Arcane Mastery, so it doesn't really matter here. More brambles on 25, and these are probably the second to last brambles you have to use. After round 27, it really doesn't matter. Oh yeah, also get Arcane Blast on your wizard, and then get Arcane Mastery on 29. And from here, the early game is very easy. Just get the cross path on it as well, the bottom one, because we want the extra range and camo detection. Alright, yeah, that's all we have to do until 36, so see you then. Alright, so we're back for 36. What we're going to do, get a village right over here, just as top left as possible, while still affecting the druid there on the right. And then we're going to get a 00, or we're going to upgrade it to a 002 Monkey Commerce. And then get Heart of Thunder on this druid, and then get range on it mid-round. Or Druidic Reach, whatever that upgrade is called. It's a really stupid name and you can't change my mind. 36 can look a little bit close sometimes. I've never actually seen it get that close before. So I'm pretty sure a way to make it more consistent, or like make it look safer, well, I cannot speak today, is to set your Arcane Mastery to strong and then set it back to first for 37. That should make it look a little bit less close, if it makes you feel better, I guess. I don't know. But that is the closest I've ever seen 36 get. That's also the closest I've ever seen 37 get. I've never seen it do that before. For 38, get Jungle Drums on your village. And this round should be, like, completely fine. If the first ceramic goes on the left, it will look very scary, but you should still win. If the first ceramic goes on the right, it'll look completely fine. After round 39, get Druid of the Storm on your Lightning Druid, and then a pretty odd option for round 40. Get an Alchemist right over here, as low as possible while still affecting Obin, like it should go through like the middle of him here. Get Acidic Mixture Dip. It should go on Obin, because that's the only thing in its range. And then, once Obin starts attacking the Moab, use Brambles. That pretty much solos the entire layer, and the Storm Druid will just blow everything back. Pretty cool round 40. For 42, what we're going to do is we're going to get a 102 Spike Factory right over here. Pretty much how it should be is the outside of the range border should be touching the inside of the track outline here, and then it should also be touching the inside of the track outline over here as well. And then just get it to a 102 and set it to Smart. And then for 43, just get Berserker Brew and upgrade your Druid to a Heart of Vengeance. This should be good until round 49, so see you then. Actually, no, round 48. On round 48 here, you might want to use a Brambles, just to make sure that all the camo purples die. Sometimes there could be a weird thing that happens where your Druid doesn't actually kill the purples. I've never seen that happen before, but theoretically it could happen. So might as well just use a Brambles there. And then, in the middle of 49, just right at the start, get Arcane Spike. And then, for round 50, give it a 301 Alchemist right over here, in the trees, like that. These mid-game rounds will get absolutely destroyed by our Arcane Spike and Druids. Well, Druid, we're going to get a second one. So yeah, get yourself a second Druid right over here, right above your Spike Factory. It should still very easily be in discount range. And then get it to a 302 Druid of the Storm as well. And then we're also going to get spiked balls on this left Spike Factory. You do have Wall of Trees, but you don't have to use them. So if you do want to use them, I'd recommend putting them down here, for now at least, but soon we will actually start having to use them in specific spots. For 54, get faster throwing on your spiked balls as Alchemist. And then on 55, get Ball Lightning on your left Druid. Your right one doesn't need Ball Lightning, it can just stay at a Storm Druid. Just a few more final additions, and then we can actually start going for the MOAB Domination, because this mid-game setup does need to survive through the early 80s. Get a village right over here, just as bottom right as possible. Get it to a 002 discount. And then get a Glue Gunner right over here, just as top left as possible next to it. And upgrade it to a 013 MOAB Glue set to Strong. You should be able to afford it for 59 here. Yeah, just a 013 set to Strong, and this should be good. And then also get Jungle Drums on your village. So, funny thing, my recording for round 61 corrupted, and I couldn't be bothered to redo the entire recording for a round where I did absolutely nothing. So, yeah, you don't do anything during that round, you just win. Anyway, let's get back to the actual strat. Sorry. For 62 here, move your Wall of Trees down here in preparation for 63, and then get yourself a Boomerang right over here, just up here like this. This guy will become our MOAB Domination, and then just get it to a 023 Kylie Boomerang set to Strong. And then just use trees at the start of 62. The Kylie will deal with the purples, and then your Druid and Arcane Spike should easily deal with the rest. The reason we're putting these trees over here for now is just because we're going to use them on 63, so might as well get them now so we can have them back for 64 as well. Storm Druids absolutely wreck 63, so the trees are mostly just as a way to absolutely make sure you don't die. For 64, get MOAB Press, and then move your trees back here and use them again. And make sure to collect the money from the trees, and before people ask in the comments, no, this is not additional money being generated. It's just the money you would have gotten from popping the Bloons normally, because Wall of Trees doesn't instantly give you money from when things enter the trees. Alright, now we're going to start our long save up to MOAB Domination with just a few more things we have to do later. The first of which is on 74, I'm pretty sure. So see you then. Alright, so we're back on round 74. Same thing we did on 62. Move your Wall of Trees down here in preparation for 75, and use them. 74 is an incredibly long round, so we'll get the cooldown back for the start of 75, but we don't actually need it for the start of 75, we just need it for 76. '75 should have no problems whatsoever. And then for 76, move your trees over. And then we're also going to get a 023 signal flare. And set it up here. This is not for this round, this is actually for 78, because we do need something to decamo the ceramics going on the left side. And then once you've moved your tree thing over, just use it instantly, and remember to collect your money as always. 77 should take a very long time, so we can stall our trees back for 78 as well. Your trees will probably get used up here, so make sure to collect that. And then, on 78, just use your trees again, and theoretically there could be a little bit of RNG on the left side here, but I've never encountered it, and I've done this mid-game so many different times. Your spiked walls should barely get touched. Your trees will probably pop on 79, so remember to collect the money because you don't want to, like, lose money. Alright, so for round 80, something we can do here is to just get a 320 Alchemist right next to our MOAB press, like this. And we're going to get it now, just so that the MOAB press fires, so the Alch buff fires instantly on the ZOMG, because we pretty much need the ZOMG to go to the right. Also, use trees at the beginning of the round. I forgot to do that, but that shouldn't be an issue. We need the ZOMG to get pushed on the right side, because sometimes if you buy the Alch earlier, the trees will actually get moved to or the ZOMG will get put on the left side and you die because you don't have trees, which is very unfortunate. 81 should be an absolute joke. It's on the right side of Ravine. The right side of Ravine is never a problem, unless it's specifically round 99, but we don't talk about that. 82, refresh your trees. And the reason we outbuffed our MOAB press here is just so that all of the things pop at different times, because a lot of the times if you don't outbuff the press, it will, all of the things will pop at the same time, which you do not want. It'll pierce cap your arcane spike and you'll die. And it's still in budget to afford the MOAB Dom before 85. Collect your trees on 83, because they will definitely pop this round. And then just use them again on 84. And if you want to buy it MOAB Dom mid-round, you can, but you don't have to. Get MOAB Dom here on 85, and set your boomerang to first. We were going to outbuff, the other reason why we outbuff the press is because we need to outbuff the MOAB Dom later anyway, so might as well just get it now. But yeah, after you've gotten MOAB Dom, upgrade your glue gunner to a 024 Relentless Glue. This will help a lot with MOAB insides, or just like BFB insides, so MOAB Dom doesn't get pierce capped all at once. It just helps out. And now we're going to get this guy an overclock, because an overclocked MOAB domination pretty much just solos the entire game, and it's really funny. So we're going to get an engineer right over here, just as top left as possible. It should not steal the Alch buff from the MOAB Dom. If it does, that is very bad. It can take the AMD because that's quite literally random, but the Alch buff, or the Berserker Brew, should still be going on the MOAB Dom. Upgrade your engineer to a cleansing foam, and target it right here for now. On round 90, refresh your trees in the same spot, and then after round 90, move your engineer, or your engineer's targeting over here, and your signal flare like this. This should decamo literally everything on that side, which is very nice. You see, things aren't even really coming on screen, and we haven't even overclocked the MOAB Dom yet. Get overclock on 93. Oh yeah, and then also move trees just directly on top of Oben. Just directly on top of him there. That's so that it hits DDTs and won't hit ceramics because we have 2 Storm Druids and a Spiked Balls. We can handle ceramics. We don't actually need trees for 94, so it also doesn't matter. Before 94 starts, overclock your MOAB Dom, and nothing comes on screen. Overclocking a MOAB Dom is one of the funniest things you can do on Ravine, because it just wins. On 95, refresh your trees. And then, once the DDTs come out, just overclock your MOAB Dom, and you should just win. MOAB Dom's main weakness is DDTs, so having Oben helps a ton here. Because Oben is one of the best anti-DDT heroes in the game, so they have a pretty good combo together. If you want to overclock your MOAB Dom again on 96, go for it. I will, but you shouldn't actually have to. I've tested this plenty of times, and you just don't have to a lot of the time. On 97, just get a sub anywhere except right here, because that might steal the Alk buff, so I'm just going to put it in this corner. And upgrade it to a 040 first strike. And then refresh your trees on 97, actually. Same spot as before, and then just first strike. The reason we do this like this is so that we have these trees almost completely full for 99, and we'll also have them back for 100, because we also don't need trees on 98. You'll see why. On 98, overclock your MOAB Dom, and you know how people say round 98 is difficult? Not with this setup. Round 98 might as well just not exist here. And then, for 99, get Spiked Mines. This is mostly just in case anything bad happens with DDTs. Nothing bad should happen with DDTs, but there's always a chance. In here, you should just be completely fine. Do not overclock your MOAB Dom. You need it to be overclocked for 100, so yeah, just don't. Your Spiked Mines could easily tank 1 to 2 fortified DDTs, so don't worry about it. And then, overclock your MOAB Dom before 100 starts. Move trees over down here. Use them. And then also just first strike. It doesn't matter when you first strike, so doing it now also works. Oben should eat the DDTs, and the rest of the insides as well. And with that, boom. You should now have your Ravine Chimps Black Border with the absolutely goated strategy of Oben, MOAB Domination, and Arcane Spike mid-game. You don't see that too often. I hope this guide helped you out. Have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.